My name is Carolyn Brennan. I'm the Director of the Council on Aging in East Longmeadow, and I am here with Danell, Tavella, our Community Service Coordinator, and Tracey, Walz, our Food Pantry Coordinator. So we thought this would be a great time to have our second pleasant view of aging during these difficult and challenging times. So we do want to talk to you about what we are still doing at the Council on Aging. Our doors may be locked, but we are really busy inside trying to provide services that will assist actually the whole community. So we're going to spend some time today to talk about that. And first, I would like to introduce Tracey Walz. Tracey is working for the Council on Aging as a food pantry coordinator. We were very fortunate to get a grant last year to fund her position, as well as a van so that she's also delivering to those in the community who are in need. We never thought the timing would be so perfect for this position because it is one of our busiest programs right now. So Tracey, thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, what your role is, and what you're seeing out there.
Okay, so my role, first off, is to coordinate the pantry and meet the needs of the participants of the pantry. They're East Longmeadow residents, as you know. And so what I do is I just make sure that the food's available and stocked, and that when they call to receive food, that we're able to meet their needs. So that's one of the things I'm doing. The other thing I'm doing is the mobile side, which is reaching out to the residents that aren't able to get to our pantry, reaching out to them, bringing them what they need. And then the other thing that's been added, which has been kind of fun, is Meals on Wheels and providing little gift bags for them that have a lot of little surprises in it. Some of it is very practical canned foods, and other items are snack foods and things that are unexpected. Some toiletries and things of that nature.
And who's providing all of the food? What are all your resources right now?
So probably the biggest resource is the residents of East Longmeadow. That prior to the pandemic, we've had several donations through churches and businesses, and even local stores like Big Y and Stop and Shop. Those two right there, Stop and Shop and Big Y, have been really big blessings to us. So providing a lot of, their patrons come in and purchase food for themselves, and then there's boxes at the front of the doors as they exit, and the patrons put that in there, whatever they choose to at the time, and then we go on and receive that when they're full.
So if somebody, I think one of the things that we wanted to make it clear too is it's just not for the older adults in the town, that it's also for those that are facing challenging times financially. If someone has not participated in the food pantry, how would they go about getting set up to do that?
So they would call the center, and they can ask for myself or Danell, and we would just ask them a few questions and get them started. Nobody should be without right now. Right now is a time where we're reaching those in need, and that's a very important thing, that the community has provided food for the community. Why would we not be so kind and generous? You know, this is that time.
And then as far as the mobile food pantry, how do you decide who to deliver to? And
So that's a little bit different when they can't physically get to the pantry, and so we provide the service where we're able to go directly with the food to their homes. So it's based off this pretty much the same criteria as somebody else who might be needing to come to the pantry, but they just don't have the ability to get there, whether it's they don't have a car, they don't drive, or maybe there's physical limitations.
I think one of the things that has been the hardest, stigma has been, or the assumption is that there aren't those living in East Longmeadow who have financial challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us an idea of how many people are using the food pantry during a week?
Absolutely.
From East Longmeadow?
So, in a 2-week process, I would say that we probably see 150 people come through.
Well, thank you. I know you're busy from the minute you walk in that door
It's
till
fun.
you go.
I
And,
absolutely love it. It's a real pleasure to serve the community, and I genuinely mean that.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
That's great.
awesome.
Thank
And it's
you.
really good to be at the center working there.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll have more questions to ask you, but so Danell, this position honestly has been one of the most crucial positions right now at the senior center. We've always known it, but I think in a situation like this, you are getting bombarded. And again, we want to make sure people know that we're there. We're at the senior center. We have some limited hours, but there's someone now starting Monday. We are having somebody at the office every day, and you are answering and returning all the phone calls. Give us an idea of what people are looking for.
Well, first I wanted to reiterate on what you said about being available to the entire town, because lots of people see us at the senior center as being there for seniors, and that's not the case at all. So we are very town-wide. We service the whole town. So some of the things that I have seen that we have been really dealing with is food insecurity. That is probably with Tracey, it's been we've been handling it well. We've been making sure that people don't go hungry, and we'll get food to them no matter what. But some of the concerns that I've seen have actually almost changed or evolved since we've closed. I've seen people who were in social isolation. They were fine from the beginning, and now things are really getting tough on some of the people who are homebound, staying in, especially our seniors. We also are seeing their caregivers or their home care support being decreased or eliminated because they don't want to be passing on anything or receiving anything as well. So it's been very difficult for a lot of people who are homebound. And you know, with social isolation, there comes possibly depression, lack of exercise, lack of mental stimulation, all of those things that make you a whole person, a whole healthy person. So it's been difficult. We encourage people to seek out their family and friends and keep in contact with them, keep in contact with us. Some of the other things that we've seen lacking are difficulty getting places with transportation. It's been a real it's been difficult trying to find people who will get people to their doctor appointments, but we're managing. We're finding those people in the community that are willing to help, volunteers that are stepping up above and beyond, which is awesome.
I know one of the things that we are all we knew it was going to happen, but I don't think we realized it was going to be at this rate of an increase is our Meals on Wheels program. So we were averaging, around 45 home-delivered meals a month ago?
47.
And now we're over 70, I think, at the last count.
We're over 70, yes, and we are continually doing them almost on a daily basis. And the nice thing about the Meals on Wheels is that we're sending out that one home-cooked meal as well as a frozen meal with that delivery as well. So we're eliminating social contact, also allowing them to have that meal for days that we're not there. And on the days that we're not there and we're not delivering and we're not checking in, we have staff that are calling everybody, every single participant, just checking in with them, making sure they're okay, seeing if they need anything. And then I will follow up on any of those calls if anybody finds a need that I can resolve for them or address. You know, and a lot of times people call me because they just want some information. So they're calling me for information. They're calling me for SNAP, which is food stamps. They're also calling me for the Valley Opportunity Council applications, which is fuel assistance. They're calling me for tax exemption information through the assessor's office. So there's a great deal and a huge variety of things that we're addressing, and we go way beyond that. There are constant and, situations that arise that are not your normal.
No.
And we address them. We usually come to a resolution and find something that works for everybody and kind of provides that assistance that that person needs at that moment.
Sometimes it just needs an advocate, and that, as I walk by your office and I hear some of the phone calls, it's you're advocating for people, either contacting another agency,
Yes.
fuel assistance, or an appliance breaking down, and you're able to advocate and make those phone calls for people. And again, you said it earlier, but I want to emphasize it again, you're serving as many people under 60 now as ever before.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's an ongoing thing. It's anybody who's having an issue, or if there's a neighbor who finds that they have a concern about somebody in the community, they call me. We are getting referrals from police, from fire. We're working collaboratively with everybody in town, as well as these other referral sources and agencies. It's kind of a team effort. And during this time, that's what you really need, is people that can work together and get it done.
Yes, I would say that's where East Longmeadow really, really shines.
Yes.
All of the departments, almost all of them, we are working with through this.
Right.
So it has been
It's
really
been really
helpful.
a pleasure working with a lot of the town departments and other agencies, because I think, especially during this time, people are going above and beyond, again, assisting and making things work for people.
Right.
There's no other way to do it.
There isn't any other way to do it. And honestly, being here as long as I have, 2011 during the storm and the tornado, East Longmeadow steps up big time.
Right.
And we've gotten so many help from restaurants and businesses.
Absolutely.
And it's been
Lots
great.
of support
It's been
from the
wonderful.
community, which is awesome. Even like we were talking about, the food deliveries or the donations. I mean, it's just been really nice to be part of this community at this particular time,
Right.
especially.
Right.
And we're busy. We are busy.
Very busy.
I mean, we are in the office from 8 to 4, somebody's there, but even above and beyond that, after hours, we're answering phones, we're following up on emails, and that's what we have to do.
Yeah, exactly. So Tracey and Danell, one of the things that I know we're all experiencing is the gratitude that the seniors are having, or those that we're serving who are under 60. Do you have any stories, without saying names, that have really kind of given a glimpse to those that are watching what some of the responses have been?
I get a lot of phone calls in my office, people who are looking for food, who, they have a spouse who's either disabled, or they have a spouse and themselves have both lost their jobs, thinking that they have nowhere to turn, have children, not knowing that they can come to the senior center. That it's just been like you said, the gratitude that you can hear on the other end of the phone is just, I just wish more people would utilize us who are having these issues,
I agree.
The mask issue is a concern too. We have a lot of people who are very grateful and thankful that we have masks available, at this point in time for these individuals that don't. We have a great process that we are using a table outside, putting out what we need to put out, having that person drive up, give them a wave, let them know that we're here, and they get what they need, and they're off, and they're just so grateful. Any little thing.
Yeah.
Little things.
Tracey, anything that has surprised you or really touched you in a special way as you've been doing this?
There's been a couple things. One of the huge things that I see is people coming by with financial donations to the center, whether it's for the pantry or for Meals on Wheels. The generosity. People themselves are in need of food, and yet they're able to step up and drop things off from time to time, and that's been really a sweet blessing. The other thing too is the churches have had, during this time, the churches are closed. They've been affected just like anything else, and they have managed to still find a way to collect food for the pantry.
Yes, we've been very blessed.
And I know they're serving themselves as well, taking care of their own members, but to also know that they're reaching out to the community. And so that's kind of been neat to see that. And then I think one of the things that Alicia, the activities coordinator said to me today was every time she calls somebody at home from Meals on Wheels, they are so appreciative of those little gift bags. And I don't know where that idea came from, but I can tell you this, it has been huge, and they look forward to getting their next one, which is going out tomorrow.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke with Alicia and Leah, who have been doing those calls, reaching out to all of the Meals on Wheels or anybody that we've really been serving in the past. And they're getting to know them. They're beginning to develop relationships with everyone. And I think that if we ever stopped that at this point, I think we'd have some sad residents.
I agree. I hear some of the conversations that maybe go on in the office.
I know 2-minute conversations are now, 15 minutes
It's
with each
great,
person.
That may
so.
be that one person that they talk to all day long.
Exactly.
And to make that 5-minute, 10-minute connection with that person, they have this connection with us that they know that we're there for them.
Right.
And
Right.
that is truly makes me feel very blessed to be part of. I mean, that's just amazing to see that.
Yeah.
And that's 75 people,
Absolutely.
that are out there that are in their homes, isolating,
Right.
I
I think that's the weirdest thing, and when we did our tribute to our volunteers, one of the things I mentioned is, my education in my whole career has been, the primary thing is keeping seniors not isolated.
Right.
What a transition, what a reversal this has been, is to
Wow.
make sure they're isolated and safe. And I think that's been a big tension for all of us, because we miss everybody in the senior center. And maybe we can talk a little bit about now some of the fun stuff that we've been doing. I think yesterday was a perfect example. We had a volunteer who's been in our kitchen for over 20 years, turned 90 yesterday, and we had fun yesterday.
That
We
was fun,
A
yes.
lot of us went, practiced safe distancing, but made a lot of noise and went and said happy birthday to her at her apartment complex. And boy, was she was really happy about that.
She was pleased.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
So that was great. But some of the things we are doing, I think it's Thursday, the 14th.
Thursday and Thursday.
We are going to be standing outside of the senior center between 11 and 11:30, and that's going to be as much staff as we possibly can. And we are doing a call out to most of our participants, as many as we can reach, who are still able to drive and need to get out of the house. If they drive by the senior center on Thursday, May 14th, between 11 and 11:30, we are going to be making a lot of noise. We're going to have a lot of signs just saying that we miss you all. And I think it'll be great for us because it's quiet in the senior center.
Right.
And we just want to be able to say, that we miss you and that you can see our faces. And then on Thursday, the 21st, we're going to somehow figure this out. The staff has been working on this. We are going to be driving through town. I know a lot of you have seen teachers driving by their students, and I think even the seniors, they're getting recognized through drive-by parades. Well, we're going to take it to the next level to our silver seniors, and we're going to drive through town where we know that we've got some active seniors living, and we're going to be making some noise. I'm not quite sure how that's going to look like, and I hope that we don't get in trouble for it. But we're going to do it because that's who we're most concerned about, is our seniors staying at home. But for those of you that are on Facebook, and we are going to talk a little bit more about this, but since we were talking about some of the fun things that we were doing, if you are on Facebook, we're doing a lot of activities on Facebook right now. And our Facebook page is called Pleasant View Senior Center. And if you go to that, we're going to be we had a Zoom training, if that may be familiar to some of you who are learning to talk to your families and your grandchildren. I know I would just be a mess if I couldn't talk to my grandchildren without Zoom right now, who live in Delaware. But we've been doing all sorts of trainings. There was a training on how to use Zoom by we collaboratively worked with some other senior centers to do that, and had some good participation. And we're just constantly updating our information on Facebook about what we're doing. We're also starting a puzzle and book drop-off for East Longmeadow residents, for volunteers to drop off at your door with a schedule. So you can call and request puzzles or books and whatever we have. we have a volunteer who's going to go out and deliver those. So you can call the senior center to find out more about that. Let's see. This is, I did want to also say our Veterans Service Officer, that office is closed right now. You can reach him by phone, but you can call the senior center and we can get you that information. But there's a lot of services available right now for veterans, especially for those that are eligible for 115 or are receiving 115 benefits from the VA. We can, there are a lot of other resources that we can make available to you as well. So I really want to encourage veterans of any age, if you are experiencing any financial hardship or need assistance, to please call the senior center and we can get you connected with the right people to access those services. And speaking of our veterans, many of you know that because we can't do any type of public activities with a lot of people, the senior center is going to do a Memorial Day decorating type of event on Facebook. So we are asking residents, all residents, whoever wants to participate, from May 18th until Memorial Day, if you would be willing to decorate your front door, your front porch, or your yard in honor of those veterans who have sacrificed their lives for us. We are asking that you would do that, and you can take a picture and you can send it to us at Facebook, and we have more of that information available, or just call the senior center and we can hook you up with Leah, who's setting that up. So we hope everybody, we just hope this town is totally decked out for Memorial Days to say thank you and to honor our veterans who have fallen. So what am I forgetting? What else is going on?
Just busy.
Yes.
Every day is a new dilemma, a new solution. You know, we're working hard. We're there for everybody in the community. You need anything that we can be of service, come see us or call us rather. You know, we're there. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and we can give more information about the meals. We are going to begin kind of a small scale of curbside pickup. We're focusing on those congregate meal participants who have been home for so long, and we're starting off small. But you can call the senior center for more information about that, and that's for residents over 60 who have difficulty cooking at home, but can come out. Not really eligible for Meals on Wheels because they're still driving. They can still get to pick up food and groceries, but we are trying to start that service and see if we can have the capacity to do that. But that will be starting, and the best thing to do is to call the senior center to get more information. So
yeah, I guess the one thing that I did want to bring up is about neighbors. If you are living in a neighborhood or you are living near somebody who is a senior or anybody, and you haven't seen them for a while or haven't heard from them for a while and you have a concern, call us. That is something that we will follow up on. We will definitely make sure that we check in to make sure that that person is okay and their needs are being met.
yes, definitely.
So, you know, we've seen that before, and we hope you don't see it ever again, but it is something that we would and are there for.
And not to worry that it is confidential. If you're
Absolutely.
concerned that your neighbor wouldn't want you calling because you're concerned,
Yes.
that it is confidential.
Right.
So,
Yep.
well, great. This was good. Anything else you can think of? It's so hard because we're in the midst of it all day, and it's hard to be able to
I know.
get all that. There's so much information to share with people, and that's why we're really encouraging people to call the senior center if they have any concerns. We can help.
Absolutely. And if we can't address it, we will get you to the right party that can.
Absolutely. All right, Tracey and Danell, thank you very much for being here. We've been talking about wanting to do this, and this was just a great opportunity to get that information out. We shared a lot of information today, and the best thing to do is to call us at the Senior Center, which is 525-5436, and you'll get prompted, and somebody is there. We will answer the phone unless we're busy. If we are, we'll call you right back. We're open. Doors are locked, but we're open 8 to 4. But even if you leave a message after 4, we'll do our best to get back to you. So just call us with any concerns that you have, and we'll get you to the right people. So thank you.
Thank you.